There is question number 1.1. First question asks us to show how the cost of one yogurt was calculated. When we look at our annexure here, or when you look at the table that we have, it says six per pack. They cost how much? 10 rands 99. Only one yogurt costs this much. So we need to know how they got this money. So all we had to do is to take the amount per pack divided by the number of yogurts in one pack, which is 6. And we came to determine the maximum number of apples per bag. When you look at the apples that we have, dash apples cost 22 rands 99 cents, but only one apple costs 2 rands 87. So how many apples are they? Then indeed we needed to divide, whereby we took the amount of the cost per pack divided by the cost for only one apple to find out how many apples. So you end up having 8,01, but definitely we cannot have half an apple, or we can't have apples decimals. So these were 8 apples. All right, let's look at question number 1.1.3, which asks show how it asks us, or it asks us to show how the total cost to make one lunch pack is 18, or you can put 18 rands. So we shall take the cost for one juice, which is 5 rands 63 cents, plus 1 rand 55 cents, plus 1 rand 57 cents, plus 2 rands 87 cents, plus 1 rand 83 cents, plus 3 rands 54 cents, and plus 1 rand 37 cents. Indeed, you will get the money as all right. The profit V8 makes per lunch pack is in rand 54 cents. Calculate the selling price of one pack. Remember, profit price, which simply means we shall get the profit, which is already this much, plus the cost price, which is that much. And the answer became 35 rands. Determine the term profit in the given. So here, what is profit? We shall say profit is an amount of money added onto the cost price to determine selling price. All right. So write down the ratio of the bulk price of 100% fruit juice to the bulk price of sweets. Come here. Look, fruit juice, it's this one here. We are going to compare it with sweets, which are here. So if possible, you write J for juice, which is 135 rands, is 2. Sweets, I will put the S there. How much are the sweets? It's what? 85. So now the simplest way to do this, to get the simplest ratio, so all you have to do is to divide through either by the smallest number, right, which will become 135 divided by 85. On your calculator, it will give you a certain fraction to give you an answer that looks like this. So simply meaning the 27 goes under that 135, and the 17 will come here from your calculator, because your calculator will give you an answer like this. So the 27 goes to the bigger side and the 17 goes to the smaller side. Let's continue to question number 1.2. 1.2, it has a certain diagram there, and they want us to answer this diagram. When you look at this diagram here clearly, you read through the scenario. When you read through the scenario, it says white brown represented by W, white bread represented by W, then brown bread represented by B, a bread roll represented by R. So here we shall come and see now, of all these items that we have here, something is missing, because we see white bread, it's here. All right, then bread roll, it's here. So here what's missing, it's what we call the brown what? Bread. You see that? So when it comes here, okay, yeah, in this section here, someone has to end with a T. But from where? It's toasted, but it's meeting what? Bread roll. So simply meaning the answer is supposed to be RT. So when we come here, shall say our A is brown bread, and the B, it's RT. All right, name the diagram that we've just seen above here. The diagram we've just seen above is called the tree diagram. Together? It's not a two-way table. This is a tree diagram. All right, write down the total number of outcomes. So now we shall come here and count them. They're here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 6 possible outcomes. 6 possible outcomes. So calculate the number of toast bread outcomes. Toast bread outcomes. So remember, we are looking at T, because T here looks at bread can be toast or not. So we shall come and say, we shall come and count. We have 1, 2, and 3. So these are the 3 possible outcomes for that. All right, let's when you look at question number 1.1.3, it looks at a certain diagram. And the diagram that we see above here is called the box and the whiskers. Identify the diagram above. These ones we call them box and whiskers together, right? Now once you see such a diagram, this is under data handling. The question that you expect is to identify the maximum or the minimum value, identify the lower quartile or the upper quartile, or identify the median, which is Q2. Another thing that you have to take note here is that you might be asked to find the range or to give the median. If not, you might be asked to give the interquartile range, which is this one here. IQR represents interquartile. Then the R represents range, of which how do we get it? We shall always get it from Q3 minus Q1. If you want, you call it upper quartile minus lower quartile. All right, set the median for the store A. Looking at question number 1.3.3. Now we are looking for median of A. So what you do, you come to the diagram. This is A. So the middle number, this one here, which is our Q2, will always represent the median together. So now the median here is the middle number. And when you take a clear look at this line, it's in between 260 to 280. So the number which is supposed to be in between, is supposed to be 270. So that's a median for store A. Let's look here. Calculate the difference between the maximum value and the minimum value of store B. So we shall take it to be maximum minus minimum. In other words, they were looking for range. Why am I subtracting? I'm subtracting because I'm looking for the difference. Difference will always mean subtract. So we shall go back there. Let's look for the maximum value of store B. The maximum value of store B is 440 minus the minimum, which is 100. So the answer here becomes 300. The answer becomes 300. So question number 1, it's done. All right, let's look at question number 2. Question number 2, we shall require to look at the annexure. And the annexure that we are looking at, is it to be this one here. This is it. Question number 2.1. Take a clear note to a clear look at it very well. Is you are answering annexure A 2.1. All right, let's go there and you see. It asks us to write down the reference number that Bongwe must use when she pays her account. So we come here to the annexure. The reference number, it was this one here. Please, when you get the annexure, please start reading from up to down. Take your time. All right. But not that much time, by the way. But you take your time when you're reading. Don't just rush, because you might see a lot of numbers here and start writing anything that you find, because someone might just write unit 16, which is not right. The reference number, it's this one here, which is BGD0016. All right, let's look at that. So everyone has seen that, which is BGD0016. Okay. One reason why reference numbers are used when making payments. Remember, we are unique people. They're different people. Okay, this accounts for a specific person. So I'm here seeing the reference number. The person dealing with your the person dealing with your payments will clearly see that no, this person by the payment. You understand? Look at the missing value of A. Let's go to the next and you see A is right here. It's the balance on the 1st of June 2020. Together. So a certain amount was taken out by the balance. Then what remain with? Let's go there and we see. So simply meaning we shall have to subtract. We shall take this subtracted from this. We have to remain with a negative number there. So it's 3205,1 minus 320, and the answer became together. Since credit part, that's the statement of this. Total amount 340 rands 73 cents, including VAT. So they are telling you to exclude. Whenever you hear excluding, what has to come in your head, you're going to divide. But you're going to divide by 1,15. Whenever you hear excluding, then when you hear of please include, then including you shall need to multiply. Take note of that. So here we are going to exclude VAT. We are going to remove VAT from this amount of money. So what we do, we divide. So they want you to have the amount without VAT. So the amount without VAT is 2,035 rands, comma 42 cents. This is how we get the, now this is the money excluding VAT. Calculate to 2 decimal. Please take note of that in bracket. They want us to calculate 2 decimal places. Calculate round off to 2 decimal places. The standard levy for June 2021 as the amount due on the statement. Are we there? So simply meaning here we shall need to do what? We shall need to take, now go to the annexure. Annexure, when you come here, you analyze that the standard levy, this is what they are saying, the standard levy, this one here, this amount here is what they want you to. But take note, as we look, because you need a percentage, what you have to know, for you to get a percentage, get a fraction, multiply it by 100. So in this case, we are going to take the levy because it's smaller than the, and here you put the amount due. So the standard levy, it's how much? We remember very well from the annexure that it's 1,498 rands 63 cents divided by, it's not a negative, mind you, it's not a negative, divided by 2,340 3,000 2,000 2,000 2,340 and 73 cents. Multiply this by 100. Together, put that in a calculator. Please, you're free to calculate with me to follow in that we don't make mistakes. So the answer here, I have it as 64, why am I rounding off? Because it told me to 2 decimal places. So that's why I have this answer here. So let's check very well. How would they mark this? You know? So here, do you have a fraction? Do you have the right number on top? Do you have the right number? Did you multiply? Did you get the right answer? Right? This is how we could mark it. Are we there? Okay, let's continue. Write down the possible payment option for this. Now we go and we see, we come to this and we say, the possible payment, take note of this, it's here. You understand? The possible, it says what? Number one, it says no cash. Number, take note, important, no cash. Then the other part is what? Check. So you come here and write check options or check payment. Check payment. Check payment. 2.1.7, it says this place or the estate has 49 units. So let's calculate the 49 units times the levy cost, which you come here and they check here. The levy cost, it's this one here, 30 rands 90 cents. So come multiply by 30 rands 90 cents. What answer do you get? So 49 units, each has to pay 30 rands, 90 units. and you end up having 1,514 rands and 10 cents. All right, 10 cents. The last question, last question number, 2.1. Let's look at this. They say the Blueberry Gardens Body Corporate increased the standard levy by 6.45% from 1st August. So remember, take note, the amount is going to increase from whatever they've been paying now. It's going to increase by 6.45. So what is the new amount? Simply meaning increase. When we are increasing, we are going to add. First and foremost, look for 6%, which is the same as this much, times. We are looking at the standard levy. So we go to the next chart. Look for the standard levy. Standard levy is this amount here, 1,498 rands 63 cents. So we shall come here, multiply 1,498 rands 63 cents. Put it in brackets. What am I? I'm looking for this percentage, but because it's an increment, I need to add only the original amount. This money has to go up. You understand? So here you end up having your answer as 1,595 rands and 29 cents. Someone else would have done this, or take 100 plus 6.45, again divide this by 100 times the number that you are increasing. This one will give you a straightforward answer. You don't need to add on the amount again, which becomes 15995.29. Together. Someone might ask us, why didn't we add as we added? Here, this plus here is considered to be this one here. The multiplication is this one here. Either way, you still get the same marks. You look through the scenario here. The scenario you're trying to. Scenario is up here. Bongiwe has twins. Twins simply meaning two children. They were born on the same day, not at the same time, but they were born on the same day. You understand? One is older than the other by a few minutes. Okay, they are twins. Simply the moment you hear twins, you know that they are two people. The moment you hear it's a couple, two people. You understand? Take note of that. Okay, who attend a private school? The total fees payable per child for the school fees for the year from January to November is as follows. Take note of that. Now, charges for aftercare are 7,700 per school year, or 700 monthly. So if you want to pay annually, you pay 7,700. That's all. If you want to pay every month, you pay 700. Take note of this. They never said for each children, so we shall leave it the way it is. All right, then we go to where the total fees payable per child for the school year is as follows. Okay, this is per child. Okay, we shall do the. So here we go. They said, okay, the total transport cost for the twins for the full year. Look here, they said charges after care. This is per. Okay, then for the first, now here they mixed. Definitely you have a discount if you have more than one child. So they give you a certain discount here. Then 10% is the one that's paid on the child. the second child. That's a 10% discount on the second child. Then a 7.5% discount is given when you pay your school fees before or by 31st January. Then the monthly transport cost is 929. So now if you're looking at, remember these are two children, each will be paying this much. You understand? Monthly transport shall multiply by 11. And what answer do you end up having? 20,000. 438 rands. This is only transport. I'm multiplying by 2 because there are two people. Remember, I'm getting it. Monthly transport cost is this much. Either, but here they say the total fees payable per child. You understand? So this is per child. You understand? These other two conditions, as if you have more than one child. But here, everything here is for per child. So this is how much they will cost. Oh, this is how much the person will pay for the twins. Okay, the total transport for the twins. So each child, there are two multiplied by that. 11 because their school year is from January to November. So those are 11 months. We cannot comprehend that. All right, let's continue. Let's look at this question here. He intends on paying the school fees. It tends to pay the school fees in full on the 31st what? January. Take note, whoever pays before 31st or by 31st, they have a discount. You understand? So let's continue. Now, what we're going to do, number one, we're going to say, determine the total amount of money Bongiwe will spend in one school year for the twins to attend a private school, including aftercare and transport. So transport is already catered for. We shall look at that after. But the aftercare is not yet. So we shall say aftercare. Allow me write it like this. Aftercare, 7,700 times 2. Why? These are two children. And we end up having 50,400. This is for 1 year. Put it aside, please. Plus, let's continue. Now we start the school fees. For one child, the child will pay 2,793. Now, the other child qualifies for a discount. Why? Because there are two. So this discount here, let's do it this way. The discount, because at now the price is at 100%. If the person gets a discount of 10, that means you remove 10% from the 100%. How much are you going to pay? It should be 90 over 100 times the money they were supposed to pay. Together, put it in brackets. I'm looking at monthly amount. Together, times 11. Why am I multiplying by 11 and not 12? Because their year is from January to November. The payments are considered to be that way. So we continue. Put this as it is in the calculator, please. So the school fees will be 58,373 rands 70 cents. This is school fees. So we've looked at aftercare, we've looked at school fees. Now the transport, we shall pick it from up here. So transport, allow me use it like this. So add up everything. So which will be it will be 15 plus that much plus which is 90. We have the answer is 94,200. 211 rands 70 cents. All right. If not, someone else would have done this. Someone else would have done this. Someone else would have done this. Let's look at, when we look at the annual, we look at only annual amounts and we see what answer we end up having. Yay! Sorry. Anyway, let's look at that. We forgot to put the 7%, 7.5%. All right, let's do it annually. Annually. Let's look at it in bulk, can we see? We said after care, 7,700 times 2. We got our answer there as 15,500. Sorry, 15,400 throughout the year. Transport, we already have it as 20,000. Then we look at the school fees. We look at the fees. In 1 year, annual. Now we are looking at the annual part of. In 1 year, only one child has to pay this much. You understand? 30,723 rands. Then the other person is going to pay a discount of 10%, simply meaning it's going to pay 0.9, which is 90%. So multiply by that. The first twin is going to pay full. The second twin is paying this together. Since this is annual, we only have to add it up, and you see what amount of money do we end up having. We have let me try something here. Now he has so still when you add it, but then we had forgotten the 7 comma. Look at that. A further 7.5% discount is given if school fees are paid in full. Now, I would like us to take this to be only on school fees. The 7% does not apply to aftercare and does not apply to the transport. It's only on the school fees, because the first child school, usually the school fee scenario is only here. You see that? So we shall not. So that's why the 7.5 has to come in here. So we are looking for the discount together. So first and foremost, we shall multiply it by 7.5% to look for the discount. Afterwards, we subtract. And let's do that. So the discount is 4,378 and 3 cents. So the total school fees will be this much minus the discount. which is 53,995 rands, 67 what? Cents. You might, when you subtract here, you might have a different answer according to your rounding off, but I've not been rounding off that much. But anyway, so now what do? We are going to add the total. Remember, they want us to get the total amount, the person, including aftercare and transport. So we shall take that, add on your 20,000, which is for transport, 20,438. Daycare is 15,400. Add everything up. So the person will end up paying 89,833 rands and 67 cents. That's what Bongi will end up paying. All right. This was finance, question 1 and 2. So we go to data handling, which is question number 3. Why do we say that this is data handling? We look at what we call data. Are we there? All right. Okay, yeah, there was also data handling on top here, which is box and whiskers 1.3. That's data handling also. Okay, let's continue and we see this. Write down the province with the second highest number of sheep for Feb 2021. We shall come under sheep here together. Come under the sheep. You can number them together. You can number them. Let's come here and we number. Now, first and foremost, Feb 2021 sheep. So we are here, sheep. Feb 2021 is here. So the second highest. So that means you should have the first highest. So when you check here, this number, this is 6,300. You understand? We have 5,000. So this is the number 1, 2. You see? Followed by 3, but you don't need to go further because we are looking for the second highest. So remember, say province. So the province is what? Northern Cape. Northern Cape. All right, calculate the Eastern Cape's estimated total number of livestock for August 2020 estimated. So livestock. Remember, they are saying livestock. Livestock that means you're going to add cattle, sheep, and goats, but which it's August 2020. You see that? August 2020. So you come here. How many cattle did we have in Eastern Cape? So you come and say 3,050 plus. So because this is it, ne? August 2020. So you skip, then you come to August 2020. Now sheep, we have 6,513 plus 1,991. Add everything up. So you end up having the answer as 11,554. This is not money. Remember, livestock. So you've added your cattle, you've added that other, you've added what? Goats and sheep. That's how we get it. All right, this is so interesting. 7 marks, 3.1, 3.1.3. The province Add all the numbers plus the unknown. Definitely the unknown won't give you an answer because you don't know it yet. All right? You don't know it yet. So we shall add and we are saying 254 plus 5182 plus all 330 plus 6. Why am I adding? I'm adding because they got, and I'm asking myself how did they get it? So they got it by adding all the values, including the unknown, and they divided by 9. I'll put my division here. They divided by 9. They got their answer as 2,400,000. You see that? So now we shall scroll down. So if they add everything like that, when you add everything, the numbers themselves, I believe you end up having now you find out that but remember these are thousands. So you put plus the missing A should give me which was okay, remember this was divided by 9. So for you to remove the 9, you need to multiply by 9 on both sides. This 9 will go with that. You see? Multiply with this, what do you end up having? You have so here we have this much plus the A equals 2. You multiply that, you get this much. And because you're looking for A, this has to come this other side, so it means you're going to subtract. See that? So the value of A becomes 199. Sorry, becomes 198,996. Now, since you're comparing it with 200, we need to divide this by 1,000 to take it back to look like those other ones. Then you end up having 988. You have 198.99, which when you round it up, it becomes 199. So the conclusion, please don't forget, they said verify using whether it's valid. So it's what? It said less than 200. Then it's what? The statement is valid. How did you get this number here? You add all these highlighted numbers, then multiply by 1,000. Why do I multiply by? Because these values are given in thousands together. All right. We'll go to this next question. Question 3.2. Question 3.2. It looks, it should have an annexure there. The annexure shall see it. It's here. 3.2. 3.2. Okay, this is a pie chart, and it's split into together. The livestock is split into, you see that? You see this 48. It's this other one here, this part here. So they have not looked at these other crops. We are looking at livestock. On livestock is this percentage here. This is how it's distributed. You see that? All right, let's go there and we see the question. Let's start it. Okay. State whether the data is, state whether the data displayed on annexure B is categorical or numerical. Together. So we look at this and we you have to differentiate between, you need to differentiate between categorical and numerical. You understand? I'll start with numerical. Numerical, it's always quantitative. Right? Whereas categorical, it's, take note of that, descriptive. It describes. You understand? It describes. So now the data that we have here describing, it's not descriptive. You however much have put some items into categories, but this is not descriptive. It's so here we say it's numerical. Yes, and remember when you look at numerical, I believe your teacher has already talked about this. Numerical, this one is split into two, whereby we have continuous and discrete. What you have to remember that continuous, it should have decimals or commas. And together, discrete, we are looking at whole numbers. Together, another thing is that discrete can be counted. It's counted 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand? You can see all things. Okay? Whereas this one here, it's instead of being counted, it's measured. It's measured. So take note of that. Together. All right, let's look at this. Missing value of A. Let's look at the annexure and we look at the missing value of A. When you look at the missing value of A, it falls under the category of animals, and the percentage there, it's 25. You see that? You look at that. So simply meaning when you add all these other small percentages, they should add up to 25, not 48. It's 25. Why do I say 25? Because they have already split this to come, because they're saying that all these percentages make up 25%. So we go there and we see the value of A will become, now we've seen as 25 minus 5 minus 5 minus 2 minus 2, which is 5 minus 2 minus 2, which is the same as 25 minus 9. And the answer becomes 16%. Please do not forget that. And actually, I'm here looking at it, it takes on a bigger part of it. See that? Okay, we continue this other question. Calculate the in millions, calculate in millions the actual rand value of horticulture sales. So what we're going to do is come, take note of it. South Africa agriculture sector sales and sales in 2019 amounted. So here we I'll show the distribution. All right, we shall go there. Check on the annexure. Horticulture is 27%. So we shall come here and shall come here and say Since horticulture contributed 27%, shall take 27% times the money. Don't worry about it. First and foremost, do this for me. Son. So whatever answer there that it is. So now these are billions times a billion should have 9 zeros. Ne? So now when you multiply like that, you end up having 8. Because now I have 3 zeros here because I have 3 numbers after the comma. That means these 3 zeros will go. So I'll remain with this much. Together. So this is the answer that we have. Okay, in millions, we shall remain with this is in millions. Give a valid reason why there is a category for other livestock under animals. Yes, we have some other animals that were not mentioned. So they fall under others to take care of others. Or there are some animals that are not usually kept as livestock. Ne? Here we have sheep, chicken, others like goat. We don't see goat here. Some other people keep some other animals like pigs. They are not here, so to cater for that.